Good morning, everyone. It's just gone 8:05 a.m. Indochina time. That's in Laos, Cambodia, Vietnam, Thailand, Southeast Asia. And the Singapore Shanghai market has just opened. As you can see here, this first candle looking bullish. So what I'm waiting for is on my trend line strategy. That's what this is that you're looking at here. I can just type it in. I'm looking for a break above and a close above this downward red trend line on the 15-minute chart. And then I will go long. So what I've got in this first 6 minutes is clearly a fake out. It doesn't appear to be going long. It doesn't appear to be bullish now. In fact, it appears to be making a turnaround and heading in the opposite direction. Is anybody going short here just now? Or are you waiting to see what happens? It's quite volatile right here on the first candle. It looks like it's rejecting this high here of about 51.97. Yeah, that looks like a bearish candle to me there. And we've got this doji just before that, before the Singapore Shanghai market opened. And sometimes the doji can end Let's see how it's going to play out here. Only 10 minutes into this first candle. It looked like it wanted to be bullish there. The Tokyo market, this first three candles was definitely bullish, but that's an hour before I wake up. And sometimes I do get up to see what the Tokyo market is doing, and then when I get up, it doesn't do anything. And when I don't get up, it just makes a big move. That's about a $25, $30 move just in the opening of Tokyo. Typical, eh? But it's really hard for me to get up that early, an extra hour early. I can get up at 7 o'clock a.m., but I cannot get up at 6 o'clock a.m. But that's all right. There's plenty of other opportunities during the day, eh? I mean, this right here might be an opportunity. And then certainly last night in the New York session, I had a good trade. I know you guys, most of you probably were not trading in the New York session. Too late for you. But yeah, this is right here is the opening of Wall Street. The top, and then it reversed, and then it's starting to get late for me. So I don't usually catch this kind of move here. It's starting to get midnight or later for me. But that's first hour and a half is usually pretty good. And then at the close of the U.S. session, we had this big drop, huge drop. So I think that's why Tokyo decided to jump in and get in at a good price and made that big $25, $30 move up. In fact, the whole thing was 51.55 to 51.89, nearly a $35 move. And now the Singapore market is going a little bit funny, a little bit of indecision here. They wanted to go up, then they wanted to go down. Now we got a doji. And we just wait. We just sit on our hands and wait and see how this is going to unfold. Got another 45 seconds on this first candle. Looks like a rejection of this level here, 51.97, or we could say the 5,200 zone. Let me just grab some water before I run out of my voice here. Okay, now I'm good to go. 15 seconds left on that candle, and that's going to end up as a doji, looks like. So a regular doji and then a long-legged doji, two dojis back to back. And the doji, as you know, is very important. Candle formation can indicate either a reversal or it can indicate a continuation of the move. So let's see what we're going to see here as it turns green again suddenly. And I'll just adjust my trend line there now that that candle is finished and see how this unfolds. Looks like it wants to turn bullish now. And nobody else has a trade open yet? You're being patient like me? I'm just flipping between the 15-minute and the 1-minute chart. You can't see that on the screen, but that's what I'm doing. And just getting some sideways movement on the 1-minute chart. Looked like it wanted to go up, and it looked like it wanted to go down. Okay. Yeah, just sideways on the 1-minute chart. A lot of indecision here. Wanted to go up, then it wanted to go down, then it just doesn't know what it wants to do. Hello, Juan. I'm doing good. How are you, buddy? Have you taken a trade yet? Nobody else seems to have taken a trade yet in the Asia market. Of course, you guys down under, if you're watching the Tokyo market, you could have had a good long trade there. That was pretty clear. It broke above the pivot point for the day, made a huge move up just in one 15-minute, and then continued up. So we had a starting point of 51.55 and got all the way up to 51.98 just in that 1 hour. Let's go back and look at the 4 hour candle, 4 hour chart. Sorry, something very interesting here. What we're seeing on the 4 hour chart, and we were in this range here, this consolidation. Of course, it's got to break out. It broke out a little bit here, then come back, stayed in this consolidation zone, and this was the market structure. And then we had a break of structure on Monday, and now we've got this new market structure, a new consolidation zone, and it looks like it wants to stay in there with a high of 52.49. So that's really 52.50, and a low of 50.93. So between 5100 and 5250 is our new market structure. Is it going to stay in there today and tomorrow? Probably. It looks like this is the new consolidation level that we're going to see for a while. Of course, it will break out eventually, probably to higher prices, or maybe go lower. It depends on several factors, depends on the geopolitical situation. Let's go back to the 15-minute chart, see what we got. Oh, now it wants to go up again. Okay. Maybe going to retest this trend line and then come back down, maybe. Wait and see. Well, you can trade futures on. You can trade gold futures, but you have to have a futures account. Hey, Sean, what's happening? I don't know. I can't remember where you live, Juan, or what kind of account you've got, but yeah, most U.S. citizens they only trade gold futures because they're not allowed to trade CFDs in the U.S. They can only trade futures. So not quite sure what broker you're set up with or where, but you can certainly trade gold futures. Do I think there's anything to stop it from going up? Hi, Panky. How you doing? I don't think there's anything to stop it from going up except the market. We're in that consolidation zone right now, and it just depends. If Trumpy Dumpy starts a war in the Middle East, then we're likely to see continuing higher prices in gold. But then, if things settle down as far as the Middle East is concerned, then gold will tend to cool off. That's really kind of what it depends on now. And we've seen this big move up with gold recently, but that's because that the situation in the Middle East is so unstable. But then Trumpy Dumpty said, well, he'll give Iran 10 to 15 days more to consider their options before he starts, to bomb the shit out of them. And then things kind of cooled off a little bit. So that's kind of what is keeping gold from, moving to higher prices. If you look at oil, that made a big move up with the initial concern about the Middle East. But now that has settled down again. Now we're trading at oil is at $65 again. Okay, well, Juan, you live in Colombia. Yeah, I remember that now. And you're with prop firms. Okay, some prop firms will allow you to trade futures. You got to get with the right prop firm. Some prop firms don't allow, some do. So if you want more information on prop firms, just telegram me because I've done a lot of research on lots of prop firms and I've got some information that might be able to help you. Just telegram me. The telegram ID is at RickRayFX. I use a couple of prop firms that do allow you to trade both CFDs and futures. Okay, now it looks like it wants to. Oh, I've just lost my chart again. Looks like I lost the connection there momentarily, hopefully only momentarily. Yeah, there we're back again. All good again. Do I know of any indicator that tells you the buyer and seller strength of the immediate price. No, I don't use indicators. I mean, I say I don't use indicators, but a trend line is an indicator. That's my indicator. Support and resistance, that's an indicator. But those other things on value, I have the stochastic down here. I've always had that on my chart, the oscillator. But I don't take trades based on the stochastic. My strategy is trend line strategy. It's above the trend line, I go long. It breaks below the trend line, I go short. And I mean break above and close, and break below and close. And then I will take the appropriate. But those other indicators like volume and strength and all that stuff, you can find that. Just do a Google search. There's tons and tons of indicators on Tradingview. I'm assuming you use Tradingview. Tradingview is the best analysis software available. It's the best in the world. It's really great. Millions of people using it. And there's all kinds of, I'm sure there's an indicator for looking for on Tradingview. Just Google it. Now we are going down. So we had these two dojis here. We're on our uh, second 15-minute candle. This was the first one. Now we're on our second one and looking bearish. And I'm just going to flip back over to my 1-minute chart. See what? Yeah, looking bearish. Looks like it's on the 1-minute chart. It's getting down to my 100 moving average, and it will either touch that and bounce off, or it will break below and keep going. What it usually does, anyway. Looking bearish now. Looking good. If you want to go short, that is, it's looking good. Okay. Hey, guys, it's good to see so many of you here. Don't forget to smash that like button. It does help support the channel. And I appreciate all your comments. I'm trying to answer everything that you ask me, and I hope that I can help you a little bit. Some of you are new, some of you are more experienced. I've been trading forex for just over 10 years, I believe now. Yeah, just over 10 years. Used to trade options on the New York Stock Exchange. That was 25 years ago. But didn't have much success trading on the stock market because I've lived in Southeast Asia for 37 years. And the New York Stock Exchange, the New York time zone, doesn't work very well in Southeast Asia because the New York stock market closes at 4 a.m. for me. So it's just not conducive to trading on a regular basis. I can catch the open, but no way I ever stay up for the close. But Forex is great. Since I found this 10 years ago, you can trade anytime, anywhere, 4 hours a day, 5 days a week. And I've just stayed with it since about 2014. So our third 15-minute candle is getting started now. And it looks like it wants to come down to our pivot point, which is around 51, 50, 50 no, sorry, 51.67. 51.67, 51.68. Now stochastic is turning down, and it looks like it's trying to break below the 8 EMA. That's my moving average that you see on the chart. So is anybody in this chatting group, anybody that's watching, do you have a trade open? Have anything going on gold? Anything at all? Or are you all just sitting on your hands like me? Yesterday we had some interesting news on the Australian US. There we go. We had the CPI data came out, and that was very good news for the Australian economy. Boom, at least for the Australian currency. Okay. And then we had that retracement during the London session, and then it just continued its move up. So quite an advancement in price in the Australian dollar in just one day. That CPI data is always very, very important, and we see it's continuing up today. And the New Zealand dollar, which usually trades in tandem, in fact, the charts look almost the same, almost exactly the same. They trade pretty much in tandem most of the time. Well, decision here. No big moves one way or the other with the Singapore Shanghai market. Nothing just yet. Yeah, basically, if you'd have just taken that when the news came out, knowing how impactful that news is and what you can expect, then, once it gets started, just move your stop loss, break even, and then forget about it. You wouldn't have been, I don't believe you would have been stopped out during that London pullback. I think, just to double check that right quick. No, it would have been good. You take the news over in here, or take your long trade once that news came out, and you could see that it was really good news for the Australian dollar. And then you could have, of course, probably had your stop loss maybe even down here. You never would have got anywhere near that, and could have stayed with it all day long, and even up to today. That would have been a great trade. But I don't trade currencies anymore. Since the end of 2024, I only trade gold. All of 2025, I only trade gold. And this year, only trading gold. Now getting a bit of a turnaround here, kind of weird. All this strange fluctuation. Sometimes it's like this, sometimes it's not. Mm. So this candle might go up and the next one might go down. And what we're seeing here with my trend line strategy is just playing between these two trend lines. And ideally for me, I want it to be over in here, in this area here. Because if it breaks above that, then I will go long and I put my stop loss below the green line. And right now there's quite a bit of distance between those. So if it did break above here, above 5,200, and then my stop loss is going to be at 51.57. That's nearly a dollar stop loss. I don't like that. That's too far away. But that's how this trend line strategy works. That's where I would put the stop loss. And then, yeah, As it progressed and moved up, then I could move my stop loss up. But at the initial taking of the order, it's a little bit high risk. Hmm. Don't know who that is. Uh, it's really weird. I get some comments on the streaming software, but they don't show up on YouTube. Yeah, Raj, the price is different on gold futures, but I don't look at gold futures. So is it 2%? I don't know. The price is different, definitely. But I don't have any futures on my chart. I don't look at futures. I don't trade futures. I don't have a futures account, so I don't know. But it's definitely different. Yeah, it's higher. Whether it's 2% or not, I don't know. It moves the same, though. Yeah, yeah, the charts are the same. It moves the same. It's just different prices. It's a different price. That's all. Oh, you're more than welcome. So I'm getting these weird comments in the streaming software, but they're not showing up on YouTube. It's very strange. And one is selling. I see that. I think I'll just stay with the comments on YouTube. Or maybe it's because of the not such a great internet connection that I'm getting some on the streaming software and not showing up on the. I'm just talking out loud, guys. I don't know. You probably don't know what I'm talking about looking at the comments. And it looks like one has gone short, I believe, from the comments. Okay, not going to get too involved in that. So what are we doing here? Yeah, indecision here. Since this first candle right here, a long-legged doji, then a little bit of a move up and a drop down. Now another move up, and we got another 4.5 minutes on this candle. So not much to do here. I did go live in London yesterday, looking over here and see what happened. Uh, London started right. London started right here and went up a little bit, and then made a pretty big drop, and then it came back up before the New York session. And that's what London typically does. They manipulate the move up and down. You see that a lot, either up and down or down and up. It's not very consistent during the first 3 or 4 hours of the London session. You got to really, if you're trading the London session, you really got to keep your eyes on it, on the chart. But I really like the New York session. It was really a easy move, an easy trade last night in the New York session. You see this clear rejection here on this candle. This is the opening of Wall Street right there. Came down, boom, rejected that level, and then went right back up. And you can, I took it before it got all the way up here. I went long here, got all of this candle and some of this one. Well, the New York opening is pretty good, but then you got to kind of hang in there and see what the real move is going to be. And then it was a really good bullish move for a couple of hours, and then some sideways, and then at the close of the U.S. session, then it came back down. Mm. And here we go. It's trying to make another run up to 5,200. This one almost bounced off the trend line before coming back down. And this candle here not doing much at all. No clear direction yet, guys. No clear direction. Unless you're a scalper playing on the 1 minute chart, but even that one is kind of tough right now. A lot of sideways movement on the 1 minute chart. You could have grabbed a few pips here and there, but even the 1 minute chart doesn't look easy to trade, even for a scalper. So basically, this is just a lot of sideways noise here between 51.97 and 51.77. $20 move in between there, but which way will it go, George? Okay, if you're new to watching and tuning into the channel, don't forget to let me know where you're watching from. I do appreciate that. Don't forget to smash that subscribe button and the like button. All of that helps the channel, supports the channel. So Juan is in Colombia. That must be very late over there. Oh, maybe not so late. Maybe 8 p.m., 9 p.m. You'd be in Central Standard Time, I believe. That would be about maybe even 7 p.m. So now we got our last candle of this first hour, starting to do something here. Doesn't look like it's going to do much. 51.90. Sometimes trading is so boring. And then when you just get bored to death, then it makes a big move. I'm surprised none of you guys down under that you didn't get in on this Tokyo move, because that pretty well suits your time zone there in Australia, New Zealand. But it's too early for me. And Sean says 52.50. Is that where you think we're going to go? 52.50. Have we been there before? We were somewhere. That was, yeah, on Monday, was it? Yeah, back over in here. That was, yeah, late Monday, early Tuesday. 52.50. That was our high. So it can very easily go right back up there. And that would still be within our new consolidation zone that we saw on the 4-hour chart. Strong sell signal. What's my opinion? I don't see a strong sell signal. Where do you see that? I don't know what you're looking at. The strong sell signal. On which time frame? It depends on what time frame you're looking at too. The H4 is bullish. Let's go look at the H4 chart again. H4, I believe it's still bullish. Yeah, the H4 chart is still bullish, but we're in this consolidation zone here where the high is, as you just mentioned, the high of 52.49, 52.50. This is the new consolidation zone. So we're still bullish on the 4-hour chart. And we'll look at the day chart if I can find that. I don't see that. Oh, I'll just change this time frame here. On the day chart, just reset that. And still bullish on the day chart. Still bullish on the day chart. So where do you see a strong sell signal? On the short time frame, probably, maybe. Go back. Where do you see a strong sell signal? What are you talking about? A strong sell signal. I don't see that. Not on gold. Are you on the 1 minute chart? Even on the 1 minute chart, it's just going sideways. Uh, about 10 minutes ago, it bounced off of that 100 moving average that I have. So, Juan, please enlighten me. Where do you see a strong sell signal? I'm not with you. I don't follow you. And looks like you're getting another doji here. So all of these 4 candles here, nothing. This is what we call a nothing burger. Nothing at all. No indication that it's going up, no indication that it's going down. You see a volume profile, often not usually, so I sell because it's been rejecting the previous POC. Okay. Everybody has a different strategy. You know, if we've got 1,000 people watching, we've probably got 1,000 different strategies. And you have to trust your own strategy. That's the key to success is, you know, find a strategy that works for you and you trust the strategy. Strategy is actually only about 25% of your success. The other 25% is risk management, which is very, very important. And 50% is mindset, the psychology of trading, detaching your emotions from the market. Trust your strategy, use good risk management, and detach your emotions, and you can be successful in trading. So it looks like it wants to go back up there and touch that trend line again. Not much happening, guys. 51.90. If we're going to go back to 52.50, it's not far away from that. I mean, that's only $60. $60 for gold is nothing. Have we got any high impact news today? Let's have a look at forexfactory.com. And there's only one item. There's only one item, high impact news today, and that is the regular Thursday unemployment claims on the U.S. And it's forecast that the unemployment claims will be higher than previously. And if that's true, probably short term. And looks like I just lost my chart there. Go back to sharing the 15-minute chart. I don't know. I don't know if you could see forexfactory.com when I was showing it, but I was showing it. The computer does streaming software doesn't seem to like it when I change the tabs, when I change the screen. So it's just going back up, nearly touched the trend line. Now it's trying to get back up there again. 51.92. Not much going on, guys. Here, another 4 minutes to go in this first hour. And usually, sometimes in the first hour, we see a turnaround, a reversal, and we might go to lower prices sometimes. Or that next hour, it could be bullish, and we'll go up to our next first resistance level here, which is at 52.17. And that was the high of yesterday, the previous day high. So just another 3 minutes on this candle. Well, thanks, Juan. Thanks for the comment. I appreciate that. The main thing is trust your strategy. Don't chase the candles. Okay. My golden rule with this trend line strategy is it must break above and close above this red line before I go long, or it must break below and close below the green line before I go short. And if I ever break the rules, then usually it doesn't work out. That's the rules-based strategy. So strategy you're using, if it works for you, then trust it, take the trade, put a stop loss, and most of the time it will work out for you. Okay, guys, I'm going to go ahead and sign out. Been here for an hour and not much action going on today. Thank all of you for your comments. I appreciate that. Don't forget to hit that like button. It helps the channel a lot. And I will see you again if you're around. I'll be here for the New York session, the opening of Wall Street at 9:30 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Otherwise, I'll see you again tomorrow, Friday. Oh, thank goodness it's finally Friday tomorrow. So I'll see you in the Asia session. Wherever you are in the world, have a great day, and I'll see you again next time.